The P, the D, the I, the D, the Y, the D, the I, the D is Diddy. Hold up is Diddy. Hold up, the P, the I, the D, the D, the Y, the D, the I, the D is Diddy. Hold up is Diddy. Hold up, what's up? It's your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your nephew, your friend, but I can't be your son. It's your kinfolk, William Jewell L. Giving you my detail as I articulate. This is articulating rap, rap, rap. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Just reminiscent of that time when Diddy was that guy. Just reminiscent of that time when Diddy had J-Lo. Just reminiscent of when Diddy was able to avoid jail time because of Shine. Just reminiscent of the Juicy video. Just reminiscent when Puff Daddy was his name, when he was dancing in the videos with the B.I.G. Notorious. Right? Because Diddy has a legacy. Right? Diddy has a legacy of providing us with great music. Diddy has a legacy with being all about work, being all about, doing whatever it takes to make it happen. Diddy inspired me. Right? Like, he inspired a lot of artists that we looked up to for inspiration. And I get it. And like I told y'all before, right? It's sad to see it. It's sad to see a man go down. It's sad to see a man's downfall. It's sad to see the indictment. It's sad to see the arrest. It's sad to see all these things that's happening to Sean P. Diddy Combs. One of our legends. Right? Because we can't just automatically remove that badge from him. We can't just automatically remove that star. We can't just automatically throw him away and take away all his accomplishments because of what he's going through right now, because of the FBI arrested him, because of the feds raided his house. We can't just delete the man because he committed some homosexual activity. We can't delete him because he was freaking them. We can't just take away what Diddy has been to the culture. And I know people are saying, why are you trying to big up him? Why are you trying to make him seem like he's good? Why are you not talking about the evil? Why are you not talking about all the crimes he committed, the people he hurt? I saw that video with Cassie. I saw what he did to her. I saw how he was out of control and acted like an animal and put his hands on that woman. Right? And I don't condone that. And I don't appreciate that. But Diddy is a lesson. Right? Diddy is somebody that not only showed us how to get money, how to persevere, how to be relentless, how to hold our weight down and stand on business or whatever we believed in. No, Diddy was also a lesson about character. He was also a lesson about integrity. He was also the lesson that many boys need to learn. When somebody's not looking at you, how are you going to act? Right? And like, this lesson keeps on revealing itself to us. With Bill Cosby, this lesson keeps on showing its ass to us. With R. Kelly, this lesson continues to repeat itself over and over again. You got to think about the cycle. This is history repeating itself. Not just with our black entertainers, not just with our black forefathers, but it repeats itself in culture, in history in general. Right? Because he was a freak. But at the end of the day, the crimes that he committed towards women seems to be the biggest thing. The racketeering, the RICO. I've been listening. I've been trying to wrap my head around that. They saying he's using his business employees to cover up You know what I'm saying? And if not cover up, make sure that some of these things go down to orchestrate some of these things. And that's why they calling it racketeering. He's flying women in to have sex. He's sex trafficking. He's paying for prostitutes. Right? And it was not about the male workers. It's all about women at the end of the day. And I love women. I cherish women. I appreciate women. I will kiss them on their feet. I will bow down and worship my queen. But it goes down to that age-old secret, what mama told you. Women will get you in trouble. Right? And it's a lesson. It's a constant lesson. Like, no matter how much power you think you got, no matter how much money you got to make them do something, but when you're acting immoral behind closed doors, right, when you're entitled, when you're power drunk and don't think nothing's gonna happen to you, it's gonna happen to you. That's how it happened to you. That's how it happened to you. Boy, that's how it happened to you. That's how it happened to you. And this is the lesson. This is a lesson I gotta teach my son. This is a lesson he gotta teach his son. This is a lesson we gotta teach all of our sons. Keep your dick in your pants, my nigga. Because you have to control your body. You have to control your words. You have to control your thoughts. If you're going to be an upstanding citizen, if you're going to be a man that's honorable, if you're going to be somebody that's worth following, that's worth motivating others, right, you got to be able to control these things. And sometimes when these things get out of control and when you're only thinking with that, you know what I'm saying, thing in between your legs, this is what happens. Rape happens when you're thinking with that thing in between your legs. Misogyny happens. Right? Sexual abuse happens. Right? These racketeering, sexual trafficking, these type of things happen. Right? And I don't want to get too much on the drugs thing because we all know how drugs gonna do, but it's rumored to be going around for years. Right? And my main thing is this. We talk to the athletes as well. Any young black man or any man in general. Like, you have to be careful how you handle these women. Because not that they're soft, not that they're weak, but they're fragile. Right? And they will break at times. And when you're trying to, you know, have a relationship with a woman, when you're trying to be that person with a woman, you got to make sure you handle them with care. Right? You got to make sure that you're gentle with them. You got to make sure that you know how you speak to them, how you talk to them, how you touch them is, you know, with nothing but love. Because if you push a woman to that certain limit, she gonna break. And not that I'm saying that women will break. I'm just saying that when we look at history, like I said, a woman has always been a lot of men's downfall at the end of the day. You take away the drugs, you take away the alcohol, right? A woman has been a man's downfall. You take away the money, you take away the accomplishments, a woman has been a man's downfall. And to be honest, this is a lesson that many men need to hear. This ain't a lesson for women. I know a lot of women won't appreciate this lesson. But when I look at Diddy and I look at somebody that I looked up to, when I think about Sean John, when I think about Bad Boy, when I just think about the essence of who Diddy was when he was prominent, when he was at his peak, when he was at his prime. Right? Because everybody want to take that away, but we can't take that away. We saw Diddy, we knew Diddy, we recognized Diddy, we respected Diddy. Even when the rumors was coming out, we still respected Diddy. But what we saw on that camera, we cannot take back. We have to reject it. We have to rebuke it. And not because we have to, because that is inhumane. Right? That's just not right. So a lot of people are just talking about Diddy as just throwing him away. But I just think about the lesson that Diddy gave us, good and bad. And that's something that we got to learn. Right? Right? The good lesson, the bad lesson. Like our fathers always taught us. Our fathers taught us some good things. But they showed us things and we saw their actions and we knew that's not what we wanted to be like. I know when my son see me, he gonna be like, that nigga Will, like, he did some things that he said some things that that's just not how I want to be like, because I'm not a perfect man. So I know, like, my son will understand, like, I'm not perfect. And when we look at Diddy, he's a father of hip hop. He's a father. He was in the 90s running things. Like, and we look at Diddy with that regard. If you in your early 30s, late 20s, we knew what Diddy was. Right? And when I see him, it was some good things I can learn from him. But the things that he acted upon, those were the things I knew, like, I had to learn that lesson from his repercussions, his consequences. Well, we talk about that Future album, right? Right, we got to transition. We talk about that Future album, Mixtape Pluto. We talk about that Future mixtape, right? And I heard some people saying that they didn't need any more of Future. Well, guess what? You're wrong. I heard some people saying that this wasn't what I liked. But guess what? You're wrong. I heard these things because I listened to some of the reviews before I could get to my platform and give y'all my 2 cents. I listened to some of the reviews. And when we talk about Pluto, when we talk about Future, what will Pluto do? He built the most, so I did it. What will Pluto do? He's steady fucking on me. Oh. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, when we talk about Pluto, we talk about a smooth player dude. Dreads, slim, kind of got toxic ways, but at the end of the day, he gonna keep it P. At the end of the day, he not gonna be a simp. And I believe he kept it gangster. He was able to keep it P, and he was able to be honest. He was able to be transparent in this album. Right? He gave us everything that we needed. Everything that we probably didn't get on We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You. He gave us the melodies. He gave us the flows, the cadences that I feel like we wasn't getting on We Still Don't Trust You. We was getting a little bit more passion. Right? And this is the difference between the albums and the mixtapes. The albums are sounding more polished, more spit shine. The albums are sounding a little bit smoother, but right here, we got the unfiltered, unadulterated, the pure Pluto, the pure Future. Right? Him in a toxic environment. Him being honest, talking about the oath. Right? Plutoski. Just feeling the vibe. Like, because that was what that song was about. Just the vibe. Like, it wasn't about being the best rapper. We said Young Thug was mumble rapping. We said Lil Yachty was mumble rapping. Who you think they got it from? Who you think their forefather is? It's Pluto, and he came and said that, He mumbled and just showed y'all that he could make it happen, even with the vibe, even with their production, even without any true lyricism. That Plutoski. Right? He gave us the melodies on Too Fast. He gave us the melodies on Surfing on a Tsunami. He gave us that melodic flavor. We talk about Thug. We talk about Dirk. We talk about Roddy. We talk about R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan. We talk about all these rappers. But who did they get it from? Who orchestrated the blueprint? Who gave y'all the structure? Who gave y'all the game plans, the architecture? I think it was Future. Racks on racks on racks. Right? We gotta go way back. Same damn time. Right? We gotta go back. Turn off the lights. I'm looking for two. Alright, we gotta go back. And I believe he delivered the past, present, and future on Mixtape Pluto. Right? This is the purified version. This is the pristine version of Pluto, of Future. No gimmicks, no commercial type of flow. Just him going in raw, just solo, no features, 18 songs, 45 minutes. Production was complimentary. The production went well. I don't know if it was Metro Boomin. I don't know who all produced it. And right now it's set to sell 120 to 135 copies, making it his third #1 album in 1 year. Right, which will make it his number 11 #1 album. Right, and it puts him at a different stratosphere. Like, Future, you're doing your thing, brother. Like, we need you. And I know some people be like, oh, the substance. Like, what he's talking about, the drugs, what he's talking about, the degrading of women, what he's talking about. Using drugs. Gangster shit, the trap. What is he talking about? Why is he talking about this? Why is he spewing this poison to our community? Why is he saying all these things? But when I listen to Future, like, he's being nonchalant about it. He trying to keep it player. Like, he just trying to keep it P about it. Like, it's like, I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm doing these type of things. But I want to be a great man regardless. So, it's that do as I say, not as I do. It's that look at me and learn from my actions. Right? Be better than me. So, it might take you longer to grasp the concept of how he's approaching it, right? But he's giving you that feel because the club wants to jam. The outdoorsmen, the outdoors women, they want to be outside. He's giving you that bop. He's giving you that hit. He's giving you something that you can wiggle your hips to. He's giving you something that you might want to slide to, maybe electric. He's giving you these type of things in his music, and he's giving you that dark side on Lost My Dog. He's giving you some dark sides of him that we may not see because we think he's going to be shining and stunning on somebody. We think he's all about getting a bad chick, but he's showing you some vulnerability, right? He's showing you that he has feelings too. He's showing you that he is a man and he's not perfect. Right? And even the baddest woman, even a woman that he might not expect, can take him for a loop. So, man, I appreciate Future for this. And, you know, keep doing your thing, bro. Because you might not have to release for a little while now. You might not have to put out no more music in maybe a couple years. But what you delivered for us in 2024, I think when we look back in history, we'll see how big of a stamp you made, especially with the music industry going the way the music industry is, right? The music industry is going to Meta. It's going to Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. It's going to those type of sites, right, to promote the UMG artists. And if we know anything about UMG, Universal Music Group, they have a lot of artists, right? They own what they say 30% of the record business. And they're saying that's why Drake and that's why Kendrick and now Wale are releasing their music on Instagram. Because of the Universal Music Group partnership with Meta. And I enjoyed the 100 gigs. I enjoyed it for what it was. I enjoyed Watch the Party Die. I'm hearing this song from Wale too, and I'm sure I will enjoy it as well. But I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting because we know how big Instagram is. We know how big Facebook. We know how big social media is. And to control the music, control the sounds on what's being put out. They said what's being put out will not be a stream. Right? They're going to account for sales by how many accounts have shared the music. So this is a whole different thing from YouTube and from Apple, Spotify. This is a whole different thing from Tidal. Right? We're talking about Meta. We're talking about Facebook before Apple Music was even thought of. They had iTunes, but before Instagram was thought of. Right before Spotify was thought of, we had Facebook. We had Meta. So we're talking about an established entity. An established entity with widespread connections. Like, think about the ads that people pay for. Now, just imagine if Meta is partnered with somebody. What's going to happen to TikTok now? What's going to happen with that music part, with that music side? Because they didn't want to play ball, and Meta did. Right? And Meta did. So, man, this is going to be a new atmosphere for people who's releasing music. This is going to be a new stratosphere. Wednesday Lyrical Exercise, Tron. You already got you a catalog on Instagram. Now, if we considering it all, Tron Legacy, you already got you an album based on what this is going on. House Papito, Muddy Man Tony, right? Dirty Red, Dirty World. Come on now, Creep. Right? We already got albums out on Instagram because all the content that y'all posted with y'all songs. So, I mean, damn, let's get to sharing. Let's get y'all to trending. This is also an opportunity for independent artists. If we can work together and help each other create a buzz. And then also think about UMG as a partnership. If they're listening, if they're aware of the new music that's being put on Instagram, that's being put on Facebook, think about what it could do for the up and coming artists. Talk to me, ATM man. Right? Talk to me. Timo, talk to me. Money Boy. Talk to me, Keystar Go. Like, come on, let's push this shit. Right? Ain't no local shit. Ain't none of my niggas local. We independent. We entrepreneurs musically. Like, I root for y'all, fam. Let's take advantage of this shit. Alright, so, man. Mixtape Pluto. P. Diddy. Meta and UMG. Let's get it together, man. Let's do some things. And it's your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your nephew, your friend, but I can't be your son as your kinfolk. William Jewell. Giving you my detail as I articulate. This is articulating. Right.